today is the day that we are going to go and ride from Andtratx down back to Port de Pollensca. It is the second time I'm attempting this route. The first time I did it, I actually had a little accident, hit a wall, ended up in A&E, couldn't finish it, cut the ride short and had to come home. So we have planned to go back out. We are based in Port de Pollensca at the moment, so just picked our bikes up from the bike garage. There is a coach which goes from a hotel down the road from ours, so really handy. It's like a Mallorca shuttle, and they take you to the start point, which then enables you to kind of ride the whole entire gorgeous coast road back to Pollensa. So stunning climbs, stunning views. So yeah, early start. I think in total the ride stats are going to be around about 140k-ish. We put an extra climb in just to kind of do a new one for us as well, so we're going to go explore that. And yeah, off to go and catch the bus. We've just arrived at Andratx, so very excited. Going to get the bike out now with the little shuttle carrier. There is also the little rescue van. They didn't have last time, they had like a rescue taxi service, but it was still phenomenal. You only had to pay like 10 euros, wasn't it? 10 euros-ish to have it baked in. Probably on the bus for about an hour. We're going to go in search of caffeine, a toilet, and the start of the route.
Oh my god.
Good?
Fresh orange juice.
Heaven. Stuff for the girls. That looks unreal. Banging that down. Just parked up in a nice little cafe, cheeky little patisserie. It's got the most amazing load of cakes and bread in there. It smells like complete heaven. We sat outside the front for a swift exit, not meaning that we're not going to pay, but just so we can get on the road. Look at that, baby! On the official start of the route, the lady who runs the bike tour advised that anyone who'd done this last year might have experienced a bit of rough and ready tarmac, and that over the winter they put some money into making it nice and smooth. Does not disappoint. Look at that for fresh tarmac. Perfection. You're straight onto the first climb, which is about 5k long. Not too bad at average. I think it's like 4-5%. Ramps up a little bit at the beginning, slightly, then tapers out. First one. Let's go. Look at that view. Here's another mountain goat caught in the wild in his brown shorts. What are we saying? I think jury's out on the brown shorts.
Obvious benefits of these shorts.
Well, when that coffee hits. God, it's absolutely gorgeous. I forgot how amazing these roads are. Look at that. That's the view. Oh. And this is most of the view around the M810. It just hugs that coastline for miles and miles, kilometres and kilometres. Stunning so far. Just having a quick pit stop. Found a new flavour of Aquarius, which I'm very excited to try. I think this is melon flavour. Do you think it's melon? Watermelon?
Or bread. Melocot, what is that?
Melocot, I don't know, but I'm excited by it. And you've got the normal orange and cheeky little snack wafer. How is the wafer?
Strawberry flavoured dust.
What? Strawberry flavoured dust? Well, that's all they had. The route so far has obviously been nothing short of spectacular. It's been absolutely amazing. Not that many coaches out, but a few are starting to be on the roads now. Okay, now nearly 40k in. We just took the turn for Coll and This one's quite a nice gentle one. You've kind of come inland for a tiny bit now. Still on the M810. But I feel like it's either this one or the one after that's got really gorgeous switchback views. Just had one suicidal goat. You kind of forget they're everywhere and this is their land. Little detour, so we're off the M A10. The road has gone a tiny bit bumpy now, and we are going to go and do this climb. So it's kind of an out and back, or down and back up, so similar to Sacalobra. It looked like it's about 6k, is that right? 5 or 6k-ish. Just finished the climb. We've come up to the petrol station. There's a little Shell garage. You choose to go and do the Val climb. Then as soon as you come off it, when you get to the top and then you go back onto the M A10, there is a garage at the top where you can kind of get some Aquarius. There's a little cafe kind of just here as well. I think they do a bit more like food type vibe, like pizzas and stuff if you're going to sit down. And then yeah, they just have like a garage of drinks, toilet facilities as well. So yeah, if you don't go down and park yourself in Val, you can come back up, refuel and then crack on the way to Soler. I think we're about 9 kilometers away from Daya, which is absolutely gorgeous. With it being a Saturday, it's probably going to be very full of other tourists driving around, and probably quite a lot of coaches now, so it might be a little bit slower. And we're about 18k from, I think, Soler, so yeah, not too far now. I think we've done about, ride stats about 56k, so our finishing total should be about 140 odd, but that was well worth the stop. It was like a baby Sacalobra, super quiet. Phenomenal! One of our malls. There's lots in there. "224 meters, just a baby." We're about 80k in. We've just come off that main road. There was a tunnel for the cars to go through, so yeah. So the bikes now have what feels like a bit of free rein on the actual climb. Legs are feeling a bit tired now after putting that Val climb in. And I don't know, when there's just lots of traffic, you lose your rhythm a little bit, but this is stunning. So we managed to get past the point where I had my crash and bounced off a wall. I don't think I'd registered that I'd actually gone to the hospital in Soler, so yeah. There he is, off he goes. The switchbacks. So we made it through. We're actually now on the section of the ride that I never got a chance to do last time. Wow. So I'm thrilled. Here we go. So this is the view. This is the view from the top of the climb, and this is where we're going to go down next. Down here. So ours has gone ahead a little bit. There he is. In the distance, maybe you'll see him like a tiny little ant. Here he goes. Oh my god, that looks amazing. That was such a belter of a climb. I think we have done a different way up it, but yeah, from Soler town centre back up, that is incredible, absolutely incredible. So many switchbacks, so quiet, and this looks like a complete cyclist playground as well on the way down, so I'm going to get down there. It's been about 85-90k of climbing, so ready for some descending now. Slight plot twist. Just come down Col de, just amazing. Got to the bottom, was waiting for eyes for ages, thinking, I know he's quite a cautious descender, but this has taken a while. We've had another issue. Whereas brake pads completely like ground down to just metal on metal, which is very daft, considering this guy checks the bikes over consistently. How did you miss that on your own bike?
I knew that there was like not much left.
We've obviously hammered it on this ride.
And then the pistons came so far out that they wouldn't go back in, so it was just stuck metal on metal, so I had to pull over. Luckily I had a spare set of brake pads.
Oh my god.
I changed it, but then I couldn't get the pistons back in.
Yeah.
So I've just been on the mountain trying to sort it out.
You were there for how long? Like 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. And we've just, you're not going to believe the chances of this. He literally said to me, oh, I just wish I had a screwdriver. We've rolled down maybe like, I don't know, 20 metres into this petrol station. I had one.
I just got that in the brake pad, so I'm surprised that.
We sorted it. It's when that bike's ready to go. Said an average of 5.9. Yeah. Alright, we're about 97 kilometres in. I'm still on Coll de Honor. I've reached that point where, and it's like a momentary thing, I think it happens in any kind of like hard ride, where I'm thinking, oh, this climb's still going. This one's a proper bumpy lad, but we're almost there. And the scenery is so amazing. Look at that. See again?
Downhill with the tailwind.
Oh really?
Maybe this will mean our average speed will be above 20k an hour.
Too mad. It's been a slow day. Look at that though. Who cares about average speed when you're taking in the views, you know what I mean? There's a day to put the speed down and there's a day to just have a little chill. Although I've not actually chilled on some of the climbs. Anyway, just come up Orient, just only a short one. And now I think it's just kind of lumpy bumpy, no major climbs all the way back. Our lunch stop is closed due to faffery. Well, not due to faffery, our lunch stop's closed and I think we've missed it obviously. Got a bit of faff. So I think we're going to try and get as close as we can back to our start and just have an early tea. I'm a bit tired of eating their bike snack like gels, the energy sachets. They are so good, but you can't beat decent, normal, good food. So I'm excited for that. About 126 kilometers in and we are riding through the gorgeous camis, so all the kind of little lanes and back lanes to get back to Port de Pollensca are, I wish you could smell them honestly. So much jasmine everywhere, orange trees, lemon trees, super quiet. The only thing that's come up and given me a fright has been groups of lads and that is just chain gangs basically living their best life, like just when they've been absolutely flying down these lanes. And I wish I had the energy to jump on, to be honest. This is also the kind of thing that makes up the final third of the Mallorca 312. So if you've ever been tempted to do a really hilly kind of event like that, then this kind of last section, the final, I guess from 220 on, is basically riding through these camis. And when you've done the 220 odd kilometers of climbing, these feel like a bit of a drag, but to be quite honest. But today they are glorious, absolutely glorious, and any other time they're absolutely glorious, to be fair. Most amazing riding. It just smells heaven. Look, there's some orange trees in there.
Look at that rain behind us.
I know. I would love a cheeky little house like that. How nice, can you imagine? Yes please. 126k, morale is high. We had the little, oh my god, you had the low, or the little mini jeepers. Crikey, what on earth, how much longer that crept in. I think that was, God, maybe like 40k ago. We're back on a high. I think that's it with riding, isn't it? It can always be full of highs and lows, so. But this is the absolute best. Right, I'm going to enjoy this and weave my way back towards the beach. Good morning. It is the day after our epic coastal road ride. We completed it. We did it. So happy. It was incredible. Some ride highlights have got to be the smooth replaced tarmac on the MA10. New tarmac. We also thoroughly enjoyed a new climb in Valldemossa.
Valldemossa, yeah.
Valldemossa. That was phenomenal. Well worth it. A mini cyclist. Other ride highlight was just generally completing the ride, seeing loads of goats along the way, and also I think what was the not closed road, but the tunnel, and then we had the road to ourselves on that Coll.
Coll de from the north.
Coll de from the north was fabulous, and then the entire shuttle bus service was brilliant again. So obviously we used the, was it called Bike Shuttle Mallorca?
I think so.
Bike Shuttle Mallorca. We used them in 2023 when we didn't complete the ride, but it feels like they've had a complete, like, I don't know, what's the word, glow up.
Do you mean that because they just got a new bus?
Yeah, well maybe, like they've got a brand new bus, and then the actual rescue bus was brilliant. Like that was like, I don't know, it just felt like it had like really leveled up. So they're obviously doing well, which is great, because the fleet was fabulous, the service was fabulous, and yeah, it felt like if we had an accident, you basically pay to have the shuttle bus take you to Andratx where you started, and then we paid an extra €10 per person in case anything happens. So you can call the kind of rescue bus if you're tired, if you have a really bad mechanical that you can't fix.
We've got it for the whole trip. It's covering the whole trip, yeah. Oh right,
it's literally covering our entire time, which is amazing. I didn't know that. I thought it was just for that ride.
No.
Okay, so this also is available if you don't even use the bus service to get to Andratx. You can literally just have a rescue service while you're on the island. So that's amazing. Didn't even know that. In terms of ride lows,
there weren't any. Like genuinely, there weren't any. Well,
surely when you had your mechanical
brakes.
Yeah.
Broke.
When his brakes broke. And then I think I just had a little mini moment because obviously it's a long hilly ride and I'm not trained on such long hills for a really long time. And I think just on long rides like that, you can have energy dips and then you get it back again and you're like high as a kite. And I definitely had a little mini dip in between, clawed it back, had some Skittles, and then was absolutely buzzing towards the end. Right, we're going to go into the shop and get some water and bike snack. But yeah, all in all, fabulous day. Really recommend doing that shuttle bus Mallorca and going and doing the coast roads. It's one of the best rides I think on the island.